to the fans.
Yeah, you were more contento then, huh? More contento. You were very, very, very happy, satisfied at that moment.
And yes.
Yeah. Then the next question is, I think, yeah, I have a lot of questions, but the first question that I want to add up question is, the national team, the women, which player or which female player that you play with, your teammates, which one are the ones you understand immediately on the pitch to know what to do, even without saying anything?
On the pitch, I would say without communicating, playing football.
Yeah.
Communicating is very difficult. I think we always communicate, but I think I had a very good chemistry with Nesrine, which was the other center back. I think we did quite well in knowing the strengths of each of us, of each player. So knowing, for example, she was better running at my back, but I was better in duels, headering the ball out of space and things like that. So I think I had very good chemistry with Nesrine. And also, obviously, I also think I knew very well where Chebak was going to be positioned in the midfield to be able to give her passes. But well, at the end, I think we had a very good understanding of each player's movements. But yeah, I think that's something that we also have to keep working on, because obviously it's very difficult on the pitch because we have to be speaking different languages and everybody's used to saying things or receiving information in a certain language. And sometimes, like, I spoke to someone on the pitch not thinking, and I probably said it in Spanish, or sometimes I would say it in French, some words I would say in Arabic. But I don't know, I think communication and understanding on the pitch is very important, and I think that's something that we already have, like, the basics, but we have to keep working on.
And what is the easiest word to say in Arabic on the pitch? What is the easiest
I know kla, which is like get the lines up.
Yeah.
Endek, which is like
watch out.
Yeah, watch out.
Yeah.
Like the ones that I like the most. And then whatever.
And what means jri, jri? Means run.
Oh,
run.
Like go. Yes.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I have to learn. I'm in the process. Like.
Yeah, no, take your time. If I'll be honest with you, my first language wasn't Arabic also. I'm from Netherlands. My first language is Berber, and then Spanish, and then Arabic.
Ah.
So I came here when I'm born and raised in Holland. That's where I live. I always lived. But I've learned Arabic due time, spending time with people and meeting new families with my elders, and then you pick up the language. And I think that's a natural way to go with it. If you're gonna force it on someone, they ain't gonna do it. It comes with time. If you like the language like I do, I like language as well. I like Spanish, French, Arabic, all the languages that there. I like to spend time with the people and learn the language, so I can understand the person better without revolting or say something bad about them. Even I didn't meant to do it, but I understand that I can understand people better and go next to them to within life without getting a fight or an argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah. But you want to say it? Go ahead.
Nothing. I've seen here that if I spoke French or something, so I speak Spanish, English. I speak French, not perfect, but I can speak French. I understand everything, and I can have a conversation in French. And then I know Catalan, which is a dialect that we speak here in Catalonia.
Yeah.
I'm learning Arabic. So, but well, I have to learn. So I don't count it yet.
Someone said, on parle français, Yasmine.
Oui, je parle un peu de français, ouais.
And then I have the question: who is the craziest female player that you have ever played against, or in your team that you think sometimes what is she doing on what?
So the best player I've played against.
The best player and the player that is the funniest in the camp that you spend with your national team.
The best player of the team in Morocco, you say?
Yeah, and also for you and at the female and the men's national team. Who are you? Do you know some players of the national team of the men?
I know a few, yes. I would say the best player in my team. I don't want to say a best player, honestly, because I think all of the players are good at what they do in their position, and it's very hard like to choose a best one because every position is different. And obviously, if you score goals, that is where what people see. So it's like easier to be a best player if you're a forward. But yeah, obviously, well, Chebak was named player of the tournament for a reason. I think she played well, but we have very good players. I mean, Tagna also had a very good tournament. Rosella, Samia made a difference when she came on the pitch. So yeah, I think a lot of players had a very good tournament. Of the men's national team, I would say the captain, Saiz.
Roman.
So,
Roman side.
but because he's like, he wears not maybe as a player, but because of the leadership that he transmits. So yes.
Right. Most of the guys, especially me, and then all of those, I think I tend to look forward more than backwards.
Yeah.
Especially with a players like Hakim Ziyech, Hakimi, Belhanda, Boufal, Harit. I can call all of them, but that's what you do. But Roman Saiz, I can I can agree with you. Roman Saiz is a good player. It's a real leader, but he was learning under the wings of Benatia, and then eventually stand up alone. Now we see how kind of leadership he has.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm curious to know.
We'll see.
Then the next question is for you. World Cup is coming, and fast. And yeah, which sides do you wanna meet up?
I don't really care. Like honestly, I just want to be able to have a competitive team and be able to play the best football that we can. And our objective is to pass the group stages. And so yeah, it's not something that I can control. So yeah, I don't really care who.
But if you have a preference, which nations will that be if you had the buttons to choose?
I don't know. I would like to play against Spain, but yeah, we'll see.
So that's Artilla. That's Artilla game. That's a war game.
Yeah.
On the pitch. And which side do you want to play against more? You have Spain also, and which two different nations do you want to face also?
I don't know. I'm not going to choose. Whoever comes.
Spain is a good game. I'll be honest. Spain is a good game. I've seen them play. You have what's her name?
The Europe.
She has
the European Cup.
Yeah. You also won the. I was almost scared to ask you. You won a title with Spain under, I think.
Yes, I won the European under-19s.
Yeah.
Yes, against Germany.
Oh, that's a tough side to play against Germany.
Yes.
Somebody asked me, do you speak Tamazight or Turkish? No, I think Yasmine speaks Darija from Titwan, the language that they speak there. And she's learning by default at the national team, and also with her family members. She's speaking it out a little bit. So it comes with time. All come with time. And yeah, how was it to qualify for the World Cup? But it's a special year for Morocco entirely, because the youth girls that look up to you and the men's national team, all of them will go to the World Cup also. Yes.
So it's been a good year for Morocco. Hopefully in the tournaments we can also compete, the men, us, and our under-17s also. So it's great that Morocco is now becoming a reference in football in Africa, and not only Africa but the whole of the world, as everybody's going to be able to see us.
Yeah, and Lionness, yeah, she had one Paragunta, and that was Describe her teammates with one word. If you have to describe your teammates with one word, just one word.
Oh. Family, I would say. I would say in all of this time, I think even if there is communication boundaries because of language, I think everybody on the pitch and off the pitch is good to each other, wants the best for each other, supports one another. And I think that's what we have become, and that's what makes us very strong also, is that we are all very unified, and it's like a family being there.
Yeah, amen to that. I think that's your strong quality of the national team. I think you all combining your strengths and your weakness are being improving, and it's a team. It's no how you say that. It's not a how you say that, a side with different sides. You have one side, and you have a side there, and a side. I think you all click well as a family, and that's I think what what the strong part is. And somebody asked me here, Mr. Dory, assalamu alaikum, Mr. Dory, if you could play for any club in the world, which club would that be, Yasmine, if you had to pick?
If I can play world, I'm not sure. I know I want to play in a club, in clubs like in England, or yes, I would like to play for a club in England, but I'm not going to say the name. But yeah, there's various clubs that I would be happy to play with, and also Spain. But we'll see. I don't know.
Let me help you a little bit. Liverpool, I think it's a club of Gerrard. You can play. You can play with the female side. I think Liverpool female side is different than Liverpool as a men's side. Just also like Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain. No, Lyon. Olympique Lyon. Olympique Lyon is in the men's world. It's not a big team. It's a sub-tubber. But in the females world, it's one of the biggest clubs in female competition.
Yeah, I see Liverpool has gone up to the first division this year, so we'll see how they do this year in the first division in England.
Oh, somebody asked you here. Let me see. Who do you find more crazy outside the pitch from your teammates?
Samia Hassani, or Hind. Hind is also crazy.
Crazy in a way. Which way crazy? Like pulling jokes on someone, or just being funny all the time?
Hind is just like funny all the time, and Samia is also crazy with.
She's a good dancer,
like,
right, Samia?
Oh, the TikToks and stuff like that. She just goes off. So those.
She's a good dancer, huh?
Yeah.
I saw you were doing your cooling break, recovery training for the legs to let the blood flow go up again. She was dancing. I don't. Samia, what you doing over there?
After the match, exactly.
I didn't ask her why she did that. I didn't ask her, but I've spoken to Samia, I think, a month or 2 months ago before the World Cup started. No, I think a month. She was in Morocco. She was attending Morocco. She was already in the complex with the girls that when I think your training camp there in Morocco. I think a month before the World Cup, the AFCON. I think. Yeah. Let me see. When I have spoken to Samia, I think a month before the World Cup. She was already in Morocco.
The African Cup, no? Yeah, she was already there.
Yeah. I've spoken to her. I didn't thought she would dance after a good game like that, but she danced.
She just went off and just like decided, hey, let's do a dance, and she
did that. Yeah. And who's the most serious at your national team? Who's the most serious goal?
I don't know. I think everybody has their moments. The most serious.